Right, we are live. Trying to wait for people to join. I think we're live. I'm never quite sure until people start joining. Let's get some music in the copyright free. Oh, looks like we got our first person. Hello. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the live stream. I am just finding some good old copyright-free music to put on. Let's see. I want like a compilation. Indie and folk non-copyrighted music. That sounds promising. Oh. Let's see here. Clicked on the wrong link. Let me see here. All right. We're in business. Right. Hi, guys. Welcome to the stream. If you can hear me, if you can see everything okay, just let me know in the chat. So I'm aware that everything is working. Hi, Tyler. So glad you can make it. All right. How's the camera looking? I think it looks like it's at a good angle. So we're going to keep it pretty easy today, guys, because believe it or not, I'm still behind with my orders. After a long weekend of working, we are so close. We finally shipped out last Tuesdays. If you're waiting for an order to ship that was supposed to ship between last Wednesday and now, it's just starting to unfuzz now. Here, let me get off the Wi-Fi again. Oh, I am off the Wi-Fi. So we should be good. Again, just let me know if video or audio quality goes down at all. What was I saying? Yeah, so by end of tomorrow, maybe, we should be caught up. But because of that, I'm going to try to, I said this last time, I'm actually going to try to keep this stream a bit shorter. The sound is kind of crackly, but I don't know if that's my end. If anyone else is experiencing crackly audio, let me know. Okay, I really hate this song. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you so much. I'm really excited to almost be caught up. Oh, sounds crackly for all of you. Oh, no. Okay, let's see. I mean, nothing's going on with my microphone. Let me know in a few minutes if it's still bad. It sounds like it's crackly for all of you. That's very weird. Let me try closing the app really quick and coming back. Crackly as well. Okay. Still crackly? Well, I'm not totally sure what's going on there. Hopefully it improves. At least you guys can still understand what I'm saying. I'm trying to see. Let me see if connecting to the Wi-Fi helps at all. Let's see, is it still, all right. Yeah, so just let me know if in a few minutes, if it's still crackly. I'm not really sure what's going on, so I'm not sure that I'll be able to fix it. But if you guys can still hear me and understand what I'm saying, I'll just keep going. Sorry about the crackly audio. Again, let me know if it does fix itself. But yeah, so I am still just spending like 14 hours a day cutting stickers and packaging orders until I'm caught up, so close to being caught up. But the first thing, or one of the first things I'm going to do once I'm caught up is film my migration video. As you guys know, or if you didn't know, I finished my previous journal at the end of November, so since then I have moved into this new journal here, starting with my December monthly spreads. Where does that start? There. So I got my December monthlies, and then I go into daily logs, some various collections. This is this current week, and here are some daily logs logs I used up till yesterday. And then this is a really fun layout that I decided I was kind of bored of my daily log layouts. I've been really enjoying this layout for a bit, and I still really love it, but I was kind of getting a little bit bored and I wanted to experiment a little bit. So I did this sort of diagonal setup here, and I love this. I think it turned out looking so cool. I've never done a sort of layout like this, and the reason I never have is because I was always sure I wouldn't like the way I could do my task list in a diagonal daily log, because I wouldn't want to like do a diagonal task list, if that makes sense. But I found a way to fit a good task list into each day here and kept it all pretty symmetric and stuff. So I'm really loving this. This is my first day I'm going to be using it. Here's my task list. Yeah, this was a lot of fun to set up. So I'll probably do some more daily logs like this in the future. If you guys want me to set a spread like this up on a stream in the future, I definitely can. And I can also post a photo of this on Patreon for you guys if you want, because this is a little bit more complex than my typical layout, so if you want to get a closer look. But the lines for the days themselves are easy because I just did a big line connecting the corners of each page, going through the middle, so that's super easy, and then I just did a line horizontally this way and a line vertically. So those are all really easy. You don't even really need to do much measuring. You just need to know where the halfway point is here. Otherwise, it's just diagonals all the way to the corners, horizontal and middle. I then put these daily headers, which are on the freebie sheet that I send out. I really wanted to use those freebie headers because I just love the colors this month, and it matches really well with the No Day stickers. So I have a little weekly log sticker stuck in 3 spaces above and below the lines so that everything lines up like this. And then I really just focus on making it symmetric, so you can see like the task lists are all, lined up, and it just makes it look neat despite it being a sort of more hectic layout. But yeah, loving this. Kind of got on a tangent there, but I'm glad to see that based on you guys in the chat, that you seem to like this setup. I really loved it. It was just fun working on something a little bit different, but you guys are right, Tyler and Heather. Like, I feel like it looks a bit harder than it is to set up, because once you actually look at it, you see that, oh, it's pretty simple. And then I just tried to balance everything out with my lettering. I got my weekly header, and then I decided to do the dates and writing here, which I really liked. Yeah, I was really happy with this spread. And if it's 8 days, so again, I wanted to set up a bunch of days in advance since I'm so freaking busy. So that was kind of the point of that. And it's definitely working well. This is my first day that I'm using it, but I'm excited to really dive in and fill this all up. And I think it's going to look really nice with all the to-do lists filled in by the end. Yeah, really excited about that one. But, okay, so what I thought I would do today, again, I'm going to try to keep this stream a little bit shorter because I have a lot of work to do. But I thought I would finish planning out the rest of my migration spreads. I'm trying to see on the screen. I feel like you probably can't see these pencil marks too well, but in case you can't, I have sketched out a bunch of spreads, and I'll kind of walk through what I have going on. And I'm going to be doing a video with this whole setup, and I'm also going to be creating a, basically like a, similar to what I did last year for New Year's. I decided to do a New Year, new bullet journal, or a New Year kit, so a 3-sheet sticker kit similar to like my monthly kits that I use to set up my new spreads. And I think I'm going to do that again. And it's not going to be so much New Year's focused. I want to create basically a 3-sheet kit that is a perfect thing to get whenever you're setting up a new journal. Oh, the audio is fading in and out. No! I'm so confused why that's happening. Should I try trying to think if I have like headphones I can plug in to use the headphone audio. I don't think I do. Let me see if I have some headphones I can plug into this actually. Alright. So I got some headphones. I'm going to try plugging those in and using the mic on here. And let's see if that helps. I always get so winded whenever I have to run up and down the stairs. All right.
So how is that audio now? If anybody could let me know if it's better, if it's changed. I'm using this mic now, so it might be a little bit louder, so I'm trying to keep my voice down. Awesome. Better. Perfect. Let me know if I am like talking too loud. Again, I'm just not sure how sensitive this mic is, but good. Glad I fixed that. Okay, so I'm still out of wind from going up the stairs. All right, so what was I saying? I'm planning on doing a 3-sheet kit that will basically be good for setting up a new journal any time of year. And I'm planning on making the first sheet. Okay, I think we should be back. I disconnected from the Wi-Fi now because the stream froze, but should be back now. Yes. Okay, good. Like some streams we can get by with no technical difficulties, and then others are like this where I feel like I can't catch a break. Okay. So I'm creating a 3-sheet kit for setting up a new journal. It's going to be called like, you know, a new journal kit or something like that. The same $5 3 sheets. I'm going to have headers for year at a glance, which is here. I'm going to have all the different styles of monthly headers for year at a glance. I'm then going to have headers for future log, the various monthly headers for that. The way I'm doing my future log this time around, where's my pencil so I can point at things? Okay, so I have my year at a glance here. I don't know how easily you can tell, but I am going to have 3 baby calendars across like this, and then 4 rows of that. So I'll have a 12-month glance here with my small calendars and with the monthly headers on the side. And then I also decided that for my migration setup, I kind of like to theme my migration in a way. So with my last journal, I don't know if you guys remember, but I had a floral sort of theme going on for all of my migration spreads. I'm going to be doing something similar this time. So I decided that I really wanted to use the crystals as my sort of decoration theme. My like pastel crystal sheet, because I just think it'll work really well. I have a lot of things going on throughout these spreads, so I wanted something where I could use like smaller decoration stickers, and the crystals will just work perfectly for that. So I'm going to be using the pastel crystals as my decoration for all of this. I haven't decided if I'm going to just use the same sheet that I already have, or if, sort of like how I did with the florals with my last journal, I might come out with maybe a new color variation. I'm not completely sure yet, but I know I'm going to be using the crystals, and I'm going to have a year at a glance, which is here. I'm then going to go into my future log, I need to get my hands on that set before they disappear from the shop. Nothing ever disappears from my shop. Just so you know, the only thing that will ever disappear are things that become outdated. So things with like calendars that become outdated, or I removed my 2018 New Year kit because it said 2018 all over it, and obviously that's not really relevant anymore. But things like the monthly kits, I promise you that I won't delete those. I know a lot of shops will sort of delete all their older things and they won't keep them forever. I still have the very first sticker monthly kit I designed, so I'll definitely be always keeping everything in my shop. So you don't have to worry about like ordering it, you know, before it goes away, or like you won't have to worry about it all of a sudden vanishing with no word. If for any reason I do have to delete something, I will always let you guys know. Okay, so then for my future log, I'm doing something fun. I've been really obsessed with like Dutch door stuff recently, as you guys could probably tell. I just think it adds like a really cool level of functionality. So I'm going to be doing a sort of small Dutch door thing. I'm going to be tearing this page off around here. So there's just a thin strip showing, and that's where I'm going to have my future log header down the side. And then I'm going to be cutting off this side as well, the same amount. And then I'm going to have 4 months per spread. I'm going to have that go on. Oh, did I just spit on this, or is that food I dropped earlier? Oh, well. But then I'll have 4 months per spread, and I'm going to do that for all 12 months. So it's going to be a 3-spread future log. And then I incorporated like a ton of things that we thought about in our migration live stream, where I actually brainstormed with you guys everything that I might include in my new migration. So one of the things we were talking about, I don't know how many of you in this stream were in that stream, but we were talking about how I really like the monthly brain dumps that I've been doing, like this, where I section it off into like Patreon, stickers, YouTube, other. And I was talking about how I really wanted to sort of incorporate this brain dump structure into parts of my migration, whether it be for each month, I have sort of a little brain dump section, or a whole brain dump spread just for the whole journal. But so here's kind of what I've come up with to start with to be able to brain dump ideas. So for my future log, I'm going to have a little calendar at the top. Again, I'm doing 4 calendars across here. And then below that here is a spot for tasks and events coming up that month. So that's just the standard future log use. You know, you have your month, and then you can write down everything coming up during that month. And then here below that, I'm going to have a spot for sticker ideas, and then a spot for video ideas. So I thought this would be really useful because my sticker ideas and video ideas, more often than not, are very dependent on the month. You know, I choose my themes to kind of make sense with the month. I release back to school videos when it's back to school season. I release holiday videos when it's holiday season, etc. So this will give me a space to basically ahead of time be able to think about all the different things that I want to be creating each month. You know, I know that in August I'm going to do a back to school video, so here I can write down ahead of time August back to school video. Yeah, so that's kind of, I incorporated a little bit of that brain dump idea into my future log, kind of made it a little bit more expansive. I'm excited to see how this all ends up coming together. But so I have all of that sketched out, my 3 spreads for my future log, and I'm going to go 12 months for the future log as well. My journal never lasts 12 months. They usually last anywhere from like 3 to 6 months, depending on how many pages I'm using. But I wanted my future log to go 12 months, so that way I can still plan all my future events, you know, and have a place to put them. Because if I realize I have something coming up later in the year, even though I know I'll be in a new journal, I still need to write that down somewhere. So I'm having my full year future log. Um, Roxy also asked, did you originally start designing stickers for yourself? Yeah, that's how I got into it. I had always really wanted to make stickers for bullet journaling just because it makes sense. It makes things so much easier. So I had that idea for a while. And then once I finally saved up for an iPad, that's when I also bought a silhouette machine and decided to make my own very first stickers. And the first ones that I made was the citrus monthly kit. It wasn't originally a monthly kit. I originally had just made citrus stickers for myself, and then once I had posted that to YouTube, a lot of people were asking if they could buy it. So that's kind of how that whole thing happened. All right, so I got my future log, and then after that, I'm going to be doing a monthly review. I did something like this in my last migration, and I really liked it. I basically just had a spot for each month to write down, what did I do? I did best memory, something I learned, and best discovery. So I had those 3 sections, and I wanted to do something similar, but switch up the things I'm reviewing because I really liked the monthly review, but I thought that those 3 categories maybe weren't like the most exciting for me. So I switched it up. I have a monthly review here with 3 months per page. So it goes December, January, February, March. I skipped April. March, April, June. Let me actually change that right now. Okay, March, April, June. And then for each month, I have 3 categories. One is called good things. So this is just where throughout the month, I'm going to jot down good things that happen. Similar to a gratitude log, it's also sort of like the best memories part that I was talking about. Just kind of like a more general approach. So I can just, kind of anytime like something good, really, really good happens throughout the month, I'll just come write it down here. And I feel like that would be a really cool thing to have each month. And it would also just show the highlights of each month. So I have good things, and then I have music. You guys might remember in my last migration that I did a playlist spread, and I was talking about when we had this live stream, I was talking about how I really like that. You can see I wrote down music playlist under the definitely column, but I decided that it would be really cool to just incorporate that into my monthly review. And this way, it's also cool because then I can have my favorite music separated by month, whereas before it was just one big list. I'm looking, wait, let me finish my thought before I start reading the chat. Yeah, it was just one big list. So the second part of my monthly review I have here is music, where I'm just going to jot down songs, artists, albums, anything that has been catching my ears that month. Now let me read your chat because somebody, it sounds like, is informing me that I messed up something. Okay, so first Roxy said, I made my own printed stickers on those plain round sticker sheets that you can get at Staples. It was nice, but I definitely would like to get a sticker cutter someday. Before I ever got a sticker cutter, I actually did that once where I designed stickers on my really shitty tablet that I had, and then I printed it on sticker paper and just cut it out with scissors. Definitely a hassle, but it does work. If you don't have a sticker cutter yet, but you kind of want to play around with some sticker designs or something, definitely something you could do. Vicky said, before you go with ink, make sure the last month is May, not June. Oh, did I correct it? Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, December, January, February, March, April, May. Good catch. I wasn't sure if you guys could read the pencil. Okay. So that's basically it. Oh no, I have one more column here. Yeah, that's why I like to pencil all this stuff out first, because I mean, you guys know, I make so many mistakes if I'm just like being careless. So that's why I like to just pencil in like the months really quick, just so I know when I'm making it that I don't just screw everything up, especially with migration spreads, because I want these to be something that I want to use throughout this entire journal. So these I definitely care about a bit more, penciling it out, all that. But so my last section is stats, and this is where I'm going to keep track of social media growth. So I also had a whole separate page in my last journal for my social media trackers where, yeah, you can see I wrote social tracker here as a must. And I would, again, similar with the music thing, decided it'd be cool just to have it in my monthly review. So sort of like how, if you guys watch Amanda Rachel, every month she does her growth tracker where she just writes down like her starting numbers and end numbers for the month. So that's what I'm going to be doing here basically for my relevant social medias that I want to keep track of. You know, it'll probably be YouTube, Instagram, and Patreon. I'll just keep track of sort of what my numbers were at the start and what my numbers were at the end of each month. And that way I'll just have a really nice oversight of my growth throughout this journal. So that's basically it for this. Again, crystal decoration is going to be throughout all of these spreads. And so I mentioned that I'm going to do a 3-sheet new bullet journal kit. Again, that's going to have things like monthly review header, future log header, year in a glance header. It's going to have some monthly headers for all of that. I'm also going to be doing here a page about goals and resolutions. That header will be there. Here I have goals, tasks. So those might be in that kit. It's basically just going to have a lot of things that I think would be really useful for anyone setting up a new journal. And then what I'm also going to be doing is, again, similar to last year, I released a limited release bundle, sort of the same way that during back to school time, I did a back to school limited bundle, which basically has like all the stickers I'm going to be using to set these up in one discounted bundle. So I'm probably going to be, or I'm like 99% sure I'm going to do that again. It's probably going to have that New Year kit. It's going to have all the calendars you'd need. So 2019 calendars for your future log and for your year at a glance. It's probably going to have some checkbox lists because I am using checkbox lists throughout this as well. It will have the pastel crystals included. You get the idea. Basically, it's going to have like all the stickers I'm using for this specific setup, so that if anyone wanted to basically get everything I'm using, I'll have a limited discounted bundle. And I did that last year for New Year's. I did a New Year bundle like that, and then I also did a 6-month monthly kit bundle. I don't think I'm going to be doing that again. It was discounted really heavily, and because the monthly kits are 3 sheets, it ends up being like a ton of work doing a 6-month bundle like that. But I am going to try to think of some other extra fun bundle to include, maybe a 3-month bundle, something like that. I do want to do another sort of New Year deal, but there will definitely be a New Year bundle and there will be a New Year kit. And I might be releasing some other sticker sheets besides the kit that will be in the bundle. So if I have enough of like these monthly headers, maybe I'll just make a new monthly header sheet. I haven't completely decided on like the exact execution, but that's the general idea. Tyler said, have you thought about /made in the past sheets of daily review headers or monthly log, things like that? Just headers that people use a lot, but you might not always include in your monthlies. Yes, I definitely want to release something like that also for this, especially for headers like tasks, notes, like to-do list. You guys have been requesting sheets of like just those basic headers for a while, and I am going to be doing things like tasks, goals. So there might be a lot of new sticker releases coming up, basically. It just is going to depend on like how much time I have. Luckily, all of these designs are pretty simple. It's just going to be like black handwriting basically. I want to keep all these looking pretty minimal. Like my main headers are just going to be like really cute black cursive, and then the crystals are what's going to kind of give it its decoration. But I kind of wanted these spreads to actually be very simple at their core. So that's the plan for that. Okay, so like I said, after the monthly review, that's where I go into sort of the more New Year's inspired spread, since this is a New Year bullet journal setup. So here I have goals and resolutions for 2019. It's this full spread here, and then at the top I just have a little quote that says, "A new year is a new start." And then I have this separated into business and personal, and then I have a section for 5 different goals for both business and personal. And then next to each goal, I have a spot to write down some actual action items. You know, I feel like a lot of times we set goals for ourselves, but we don't give ourselves any like concrete actions to take to start achieving that goal. So I wanted to kind of have a spot where you can write out what your goals are, but then immediately write down like 3 things that you can actually do, or 3, you know, notes, maybe 3 like more detailed parts of that. So like here again, penciled in an example, one of my goals is to get in better shape. And next to that, I wrote down daily walks, more vegetarian meals, and meal prepping. So those are 3 more specific things that I can do to get in better shape. So that's kind of how this spread's going to work. I really like doing New Year's goals and resolutions. Even if you don't look at this spread a lot throughout the year, it's really cool to then look back at the end of the year, sort of see what your priorities were in January or in December of the previous year, and see if you achieved those goals, or maybe your priorities changed. You know, maybe these aren't your goals anymore. I definitely am going to be looking back at my New Year's resolutions from last year that I did in my journal at the time, and I know that there's some of those goals I've achieved, and I also know that there's some that like I really don't give a crap anymore. So I like doing a spread like this, definitely. All right, so after that, I wanted to have a spot for a wish list, basically, a spot to jot down things that you want, things that you need, etc. Helen said, will we be able to buy the New Year sticker kit before the end of the year so we can get started? Yeah, I will be having, let's see, I planned this out on my calendar already. So according to this, I'm supposed to film my migration on the 9th. Oh yeah, this is still going. I'm supposed to film my migration on the 19th, which means the stickers will be available around then. So they won't be available soon enough to probably, like for you to necessarily get them right before New Year's. Because if I release them on like the 19th, then if you order it here, then it's shipped on the 26th, which means that if you're, you know, in the US, it might arrive by New Year's, but it might arrive a little bit after. But yeah, that new Year kit, like it won't really be like a New Year kit. It'll be like a new bullet journal kit. I'm gonna keep it more generic than last year, where everything said 2018 on it. I'm gonna make it basically so that like if you get the kit in February, you can still use it. Obviously, the bundle will be a bit more New Year specific just because of the calendars, because you're going to get a 2019 set of calendars and whatnot. But yeah, if you do get it after New Year's, I'm trying to make it so that it won't be a big deal, because I know that I'm also going to have a big rush of orders come in. So it's possible that just like with Black Friday, that shipping might be a bit delayed. So if you're planning on ordering, just like be prepared for it to come after the New Year. Especially with the mailing system over the holidays, everything takes a lot longer, everything's slower, everything's more busy. So with shipping in general around this time, just like honestly, it'd probably be best to assume that you're going to get it later than you think, because with the mailing system and with possible delays because of really getting a lot of orders, you know, I don't want to promise anything. I think I'm just crap at actually setting realistic goals for myself, so I almost never do. Yes, that's why like setting realistic goals I feel like is the hardest part. That's why with the spread I'm doing here, I tried to focus on those action items because I feel like that turns like a crazy goal into like things you can actually do. Even if you don't achieve your entire goal, if you still do some of these smaller items, you know, that's good. Vicky said I set great goals and then argue with myself about whether I'll do them. Yeah, goal setting is not easy, guys. It really isn't, because you want to set realistic goals, but you also don't want to like undersell yourself, you know? It's tough. But like most things, you kind of have to practice making goals, you know? It's like you by practicing and then by realizing, oh, those goals were too lofty, you can then sort of adjust yourself the following year. It's all just a big, long, complicated process. All right, so like I said, moving on to the next page, I wanted to do a wish list, especially personally because we are going to be moving very soon to a bigger house, from an apartment to a bigger house. So I know that there's going to be a lot of stuff that we're going to need to be purchasing or contemplating purchasing. So again, I also moved around New Year's last year. So last year I also had a New Year's wish list, which again was really good for moving. I feel like for New Year's in general, though, a wish list is a fun thing to do because a lot of the times if you have goals or resolutions, or, you know, if you're like 2019 is the year that I'm going to start practicing my lettering, or 2019 is the year that I'm going to learn how to play, you know, the ukulele or whatever. Sometimes you might need to get some supplies to actually start doing those fun new things that you want to learn. So a wish list is a great place to keep track of all sorts of things, whether it be wants or needs. Wants being things that maybe aren't super necessary, but you still want to, you know, like I said, if you want to learn the ukulele, you need to buy a ukulele. So a wish list is a really good thing for anybody around the new year, I think, even if you're not moving like me. But for moving, it's especially useful. Roxy said, the way I've made goals more realistic for myself is to think of your goal think of your goal of a vision for yourself, then break it down into a few projects, and each project has its own tasks that need to be done. That's right. I feel like the key with successful goal setting is, one, to be realistic, and two, like you're saying, break that goal down. Don't just write a goal and say, okay, that's what I'm going to do. Like, use a whole page and write one goal at the top, and then just like flesh that out into like, okay, what are 3 mini projects that could help me do that? Oh, Roxy's giving an example right now. Said, say you want to get healthy, that's your vision / goal. Then projects would be fitness, nutrition, mindset. Then those 3 projects would have their own tasks, i.e. workout 5 times a week, meal prep weekly, etc. Couldn't have said it better myself. That's definitely, I feel like, a really, really good way to actually have realistic goals with actionable items that you can follow through with. Tyler said something before that. Tyler said, I've set up a wish list in my bullet journal for the first time. Much like you, I just moved from a flat to a house. I feel like a wish list will help me keep record of what I need. Definitely. So I have a wish list that I started here. I'm going to keep just sketching that out. So I basically just have 2 sections so far, one for furniture and one for business stuff. For me personally, those are categories that I know I'm going to need. And then I wanted one category for just sort of like general house things, you know, just things for around the house that aren't furniture or business related. So I'm trying to decide what I want to call that. Maybe home stuff. Pencil is a little bit ratty. Let's see.
Oh my god, my computer is like
proper freaking out right now. Oh no, I hope it's okay. Look what my computer's doing. Can you see? It's just like white, but you can still see the mouse on it. Oh no. Okay. Oh, all my screens are just white. Oh, it looks like I have a desktop still. Okay. At least it's not completely broken. I'm always just paranoid that I'm going to be one of those people whose like phone or computer just completely stops working for no reason. That would be a nightmare. Okay, while that's freaking out, I can't look at the chat on there, but I'll try to keep up on my phone. Okay, so home stuff, and I'll then try to do another list that's the same size as this one. It's 5. Okay, and then over here, I need another category, which I think that these 3 are probably the only specific categories I need, and then for this one, I'll probably just do other. Again, for me, it's mainly going to be, oh, let me see here. Tyler said, I just wanted to quickly say thanks for running this stream tonight. I've had a really terrible day at work and was in a terrible place this evening, but the stream has calmed me down, put me in a better headspace, and I appreciate that. That honestly makes me so happy. I'm just, like, you're welcome. I'm so glad that it could calm you down. When I'm having a bad day, going to, like, my favorite YouTubers who do sort of really long videos is, like, my favorite way to calm down. Or if there's old streams, I'll rewatch all my favorite YouTuber streams, like, over and over again. So I totally know the feeling, and I'm just really glad that I could help you out there. Sorry, by the way, if anyone was really looking forward to the Sunday stream and maybe couldn't make this one. I ended up working through Sunday, like, completely not realizing what time it was, and I completely just worked through the stream we were supposed to have, so that's why this one was now pushed to today. So if you are maybe watching this on replay because you weren't able to make it, really sorry about that. I know Sunday's usually the best day for all of you, but sometimes things happen. We all know this. Okay, so then this one is just going to be for other. And again, I'm going to do crystals. There might be crystals along the bottom here. I'm going to decide on decoration pretty last second, probably. Yeah, and I'm glad that you guys seem to still enjoy live streams like this, where I'm not really doing so much like fun spread setups. This is what we set up during our last stream, which is fun. This, I really need to do something a little bit more chill, just because, God, work is just a lot right now, and I had already set up all these dailies through the 18th, or through the, 18th, so I really didn't need a setup anymore. So I decided to just continue sort of my migration setup and walk it through with you guys, and I'm glad it seems like you're still enjoying that. I also really like just seeing you guys engage in the chat. That really makes me just the happiest ever. Oh, awesome, your Black Friday order arrived. I'm so happy to hear that. I feel bad that everything got out so late, but I can't beat myself up for it. I mean, you know, the fact is I'm only one person and I can only work as fast as I can work. So that just makes me happy to hear that they're starting to show up. Again, so sorry on the delay on those. And if you are still waiting for an order to ship, just trust me, it's going to ship soon. I am really working as hard as I possibly can and as fast as I can through all of these orders. You guys are just incredible with your support. Oh no, your pen. Oh, it exploded. Oh no. Okay, Tyler, I'll be sure to go. I've been waiting to respond to messages for a few days until I got more orders out. But that's good to know. I definitely want to replace whatever stickers got ruined. So I'll be sure to go look over at your message. If you want to even just message me again so yours comes up at the top of the list, that would be great. Just send me a message like right now letting me know what stickers got ruined so I can really quickly just reship those out to you. I'm so sorry about that. I was really hoping that I was like wondering if that would happen with any of the pens. I've never shipped pens out, but the first 30 people who ordered $50 or more won a free pen as part of the Black Friday thing. And that sucks that it exploded. Oh, it makes me mad. I really hope that that didn't happen to a bunch of other people. I hope that, you know, the mail was just particularly rough with yours. Don't feel guilty about messaging. Just shoot me another message right now so that way it's at the top of my messages so that way I can see it. Because I have about 40 Etsy messages sitting there piling up from the last 4 days. But I want to get more orders shipped out before I start responding so that way I can say, hey, so sorry about the delay, but good to know that your order is now shipped. I just want to respond to people with happy news instead of, I still haven't finished your order, it'll ship out soon. I'd rather be like, it's shipped. Okay, so I have my wish list, and I'm going to, I think, just sketch out one more spread for you guys and then call it a day. It's been about 50. See, every time I say I'm going to do a shorter stream, it still ends up being just as long. Okay, so I'm looking just here at what we came up with on this possibly list, and I have one page here, and then I have one more spread, and that's all the room I left myself. So I need to decide on 1, 2, possibly 3 more modules for my migration here. So we have our wish list. Here on my list, I have quote list, movies watched, wants, wish list, done. Just gonna let me get my pen. Cross that off. I also did my goals. Here I have written down bills, wedding spreads. I'm not going to do any wedding spreads as a part of this migration because, one, I'm not really ready to like do the planning that is required to make any wedding preparation spreads. But I definitely will be soon, and I'll probably just like, I might even do like a whole video because I know that there are other people out there who want to use their journal to plan weddings, so I might just save that for another time. Bills spread. One of you suggested that because I do my bills as a part of my monthly finances, but it would be useful to have a page that has all my bills and like the dates for each month and some extra room so that as I get more bills, I could add to that. I can't wait for next Plan With Me video comes out so I can suggest a movie night theme for the next month. Oh, that's a good idea. Hello. I'm almost done. All right. You want me to bring your food up? No, I'll just come down. Okay. All right, Jake just got home with my lunch, which means it's a perfect time to end this stream. Especially because we've almost been here for an hour. So again, even though I wanted to do something shorter, that really never happens. But I'm going to have to figure out what the rest of the migration spreads I want to do are, and maybe that will, it's actually good that you guys don't see that, so it'll be a little bit of a surprise for when the migration video comes out. Again, I'm going to do this spread and one more page, and that video will be coming out this month along with all those stickers that I talked about. So that's it for today, guys. I'm going to go eat myself some lunch because I have a hot caprese panini waiting for me downstairs. Oh, yeah, Helen said, how about the house? Any news? We are just waiting. We sent everything in for the house that we wanted, and the renter or the, rental agent or whatever said everything looks good. She's just waiting to hear back from the homeowners for like the final approval. So we're just like, we've been eyeing our email since yesterday, waiting for a response. I'm hoping today we'll hear from her and she'll say that we got the house and we can start moving. Yeah, so we're just waiting, a terrible waiting game. Thanks for asking, Helen. And yeah, all right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for all the conversation, for joining me during this like not so exciting stream of me just doing some more migration planning. And I hope you guys have a really great rest of your week. I'll see you during the next one. Bye, everybody.